Hi everyone, let us read today about Jonas and his current girlfriend Tatiana Gabriela. And Jonas is a famous personality from Jonas Brothers band, and Tatiana Gabriela is a model. Let us see, what do we see about their relationship. I'll pick this card because it jumped out. What we see about this relationship. Okay, and how about Joe from Joe's side? Okay, and how about from Tatiana's side? Okay, all right. So this card shows that they are in a beautiful relationship currently. There's a lot of mutual love that we can see. Both of them having a lot of love feelings for each other. And this card also shows us that although they are in a relationship right now, but this card shows that he knows her or they know each other from the past as well when they were not dating. And let's say this card shows that though in the past they were not dating, but they had bit of feelings towards each other. But now this card shows that not only the past feelings, but this card shows that even current feelings are growing as well. The feelings of the past when they knew each other but were not dating, and they just were, you can say, acquaintances. And now this card shows that they are in a relationship where there's a lot of love that they are sharing with each other. And this card shows that not only just love, but this card as well shows that both of them kind of have the feeling that, oh my god, now that you have met me, it kind of seems like I know you from before. It's like you're my soulmate. It feels like I have forever known you and you're the person that I was waiting for in my life. Yes, I might have dated other people, but now that I am with you, it seems like that you are my person that I was waiting for. And even before the people that I dated, the reason why things did not work with them is because something needed to happen here and we needed to meet, our souls needed to meet. So not only that there's a lot of love, this card shows that there's a lot of soul recognition as well between the both of them. However, although let's say this is very beautiful, what we do see is a problematic card, we can say, is this card shows that although let's say there is a lot of love between the both of them, this card shows that just having love is not enough, right? We need to be able to show this love as well. And this card shows that unfortunately, despite feeling a lot of love for each other, there are very few times that they are able to experience or show this love, because this card shows that their busy lives, busy schedules kind of keep them away from each other as well. There is a lot of time apart, and this card shows the kind of time apart. Let's say she's in a different city, he's in a different city, or he's in a different country and he's in a different country, those sort of things. Which this card shows that, let's say, currently with this card, it shows that they are able to manage it, because this card shows that, let's say, related to their personal work or personal errands that they have to run, or personal work related commitments in a way that keeps them away from each other. This card shows that they are sweet enough, or their love is currently shining so bright that even despite being busy, time and time again, they come back from their busy schedules to meet each other, spend some quality time, be with each other in each other's life. And because we are seeing that underlying energy is right now both of them are so much into each other that despite being a lot of time not being together and a lot of time being apart, they still make sure that they give that love and attention to each other even when life gets busy. This card shows that they make each other a priority. However, if we see the individual energies, this card shows that yes, Joe is quite a lot in love. Like we saw that both of them are quite a lot in love right now. But somehow, this card shows that the unfortunate thing is that yes, he is feeling a lot of love towards Tatiana. However, this card as well shows that Joe is the kind of person, sorry to say, that this card shows that Joe is a habitual cheater. And this card shows that the kind of habitual cheater that, let's say, even if he doesn't cheat completely, these cards do show that whenever he's out touring or working, he ends up eyeing other women or, let's say, flirting with them, which what I basically mean by this, that despite the fact there is love for her, that let's say this is Joe and he's kind of talking to her, spending time with her, but this card also shows that there are always people available to him, which basically this card shows that yes, there's a lot of love right now, but is that love the kind of love that Joe is like, oh my god, she's my forever person and nobody after this is what my aim is? This card shows that unfortunately that is not the case. Although that yes, he loves her right now, there's this card shows that because his love is not something that is very stable and grounded, and this card shows that because of his love being not too stable and grounded, there is a possibility that he can end up doing something that is reckless, whether in that reckless comes being with somebody else, cheating on Tatiana, or let's say, no, after a period of time when the rosy time period gets over, he can end up, let's say, not giving as much time and attention. Like I said, that though yes, they are able to make that priority, but currently these cards do show that it is difficult, right? Because they are in different places, cities, countries, that it does become difficult. And that's what these cards do already show, that yes, despite the fact that there is a lot of love and attraction, these cards do show that there's a possibility in the future of things changing from Joe's side, especially. Although yes, he's giving a lot of time and attention and he's head over heels with her, but that's what these cards show, that his feelings can, after a period of time, out of nowhere, his feelings can change, which is problematic in a way. And if we see her cards, these cards do show that she is really enjoying a lot with him. And this card shows that similarly, she's feeling a lot of love for Joe. Though I would say, let's say, if we compare, this card shows that who's more in love. Tatiana is looking so much more in love than Joe, because her card is such that I feel that in Joe I have found my fulfillment. He seems the kind of person who's enough for me, because in one person I'm getting so much that I don't even feel a need to have somebody else. I don't think that I would want anybody else. And yes, if things go well, then he can be my forever person. So much so, although this card shows that currently they are in a dating stage, this card already shows that the next stage she is completely ready, like almost, let's say, preparing to even husband get married to him or husband him up in a way, because this card shows that she feels so much love and attraction to him that she'll be like, okay, if Joe proposes, then she'll be like, yes, I'm ready to marry you. But that's what this card shows, that she is so much more in love and more satisfied in this relationship. Joe, on the other hand, looks like that he has love, but his attention and love can very well, after a period of time, vanish in a way. And this is what this card shows, that despite the fact that she has a lot of love and lot of love that she's feeling, and as well the feeling that after this, if things go well, then he can end up being my forever person. This is the kind of card that shows that despite feeling this way, that I'm so happy, he's the one, I have found in one person all of the things that I needed, I'm so fulfilled, I'm so satisfied. This card here shows that she, despite this being the surface energy, she has already started to feel a little insecure. And she is insecure because of this card. This card shows that her insecurity is such that, although yes, I am happy, I am loving him, but I am insecure because I know that this is not rooted right now. It's not that he has said to me that yeah, we are going to be forever for each other. And that is what is showing, that despite having so much of love, underneath that there's a lot of insecurity, that I do not even know that I am going to end up being the last one in your life. I'm happy to be a part of your life right now, extremely thrilled to be that person, but for how long? Because let's say certain times, the way that I have seen your nature, the way that you are, it kind of makes me insecure that what if after a period of time you actually end up being with somebody else, or you end up doing something wrong. Because her card is such that the way that we got together, and before which I knew you, I know it for a fact that you are the kind of person who can very well end up getting bored in a way, or you can fall in love with somebody else quickly as well. You can end up detaching in a way, and that's why these cards show that despite there's so much love, there's so much of insecurity as well. Let us see, that is her insecurity just a judgment in a way, or has Joe already done something that is making her feel this way? Let us see. Oh, okay. All right. So these cards do show that her insecurity is not something that is delusional or self created. Rather, these cards do show that there are so many times that she feels left out in a way. She feels alone, because her card is such that I am in love with him, no doubt, but there are so many times that I need that love from him, and I need that love, I need that attention, I need that care as well. But this card is such that unfortunately her insecurities are coming from a place that there are so many times that Joe is unable to pour in the kind of love that she requires, the kind of love, time, attention that she requires. And again, this card shows that she isn't being disrespectful to him, that she's like, oh, give me your time, give me your time, give me your love, and leave everything. No, this card shows that she is the kind of person who is being extremely patient with him, even though she is loving him more, and he is not even pouring in that much of love. This card shows that she is still so patient, she is still so understanding. But despite her being so understanding, when she's left out alone and she doesn't receive as much love as she would like, that is what becomes her insecurity. So these cards do show that it's not that Joe has cheated or anything, but these cards do show that Joe does not give her as much time and attention. And yes, these cards also kind of make sense that yes, he's not cheated, but because of his busy schedule, that time is not given, and it's given when all other things are done, and then he comes back to her. So she feeling that I am not a priority in his life and I come last in a way is becoming her insecurity. Let us see what would be the future of this relationship. Do we see them getting married, or do we see that this relationship will end up fading after a period of time? What do we see? Okay, so these cards do show that unfortunately we do not see them getting married. Although, let's say this is the kind of card that shows that she would become a part of his family in a way that or let's say she or he both will get to know each other's family, friends. They would kind of, with this card, introduce each other to their close groups, family. And this card does show that they can end up even getting engaged. Let's say if we see like things, how serious things can go, then this card shows that in that level they can end up getting engaged, because this card does show that somehow this relationship will go a little longer, a couple of years it can end up being. And because of that, both of them will introduce each other in their inner circles. However, if we leave these cards do show that both of them right now are very ambitious, they're self-focused. Yes, there is a lot of love, no doubt, but despite that energy, these cards do show that there's a lot of individualistic energy as well. That, let's say, I want to do, Joe is like, I still want to do a lot in my career, and she's like, yes, even I want to do a lot in my career. Because of which these cards do show that after a period of time, that fun or goodness can vanish and they can end up breaking up. Or let's say, not, if not a bad breakup, then this card shows that after a period of time, then rather than getting married, they can end up being friends. They can call it off their relationship and they can end up being friends. But let's say, cards, if there's a possibility of an engagement, why not marriage? Why not marriage? Okay, that's what this card shows, that why not marriage is because both of them at different times will feel differently. This kind of card kind of shows that, especially for Joe, he would be terrorized in a way, because his card, if we connect this card with Joe, then he would be like that, I have past fears related to marriage. My earlier marriage did not go well, and it had so much bad things in it that there it's like a nightmare for me to even think about tying the knot again. So I am extremely fearful. So my fears, that the fears of, or the hauntings of the past would kind of come in the future, that would kind of make me feel that no, 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 I don't want to tie the knot. I would rather let it be. Even though this card shows that he can become so close to marriage in terms of engagement, but at the end of the time, this card shows that he can very well get cold feet, only cold feet because of his past experiences. And let's say if we connect this card with Tatiana, then this card shows that she can end up feeling that, because even, let's say, marriage for me is something that can give me bit of creeps, because let's say I, even in the past, in my own personal relationships, not with Joe, but let's say with other people, things came to a serious point, but let's say not much really happened. So I'm scared that, how men can leave in the middle, or let's say even my fears that his marriage was not good. So what if something like that happens to us? And let's still clarify this. Yes, this card does show that somehow rather than this being this way, that despite their fears, insecurities, doubts, they should at least give it a try. But these cards do, this card, because it came this way, this card shows that before even exploring that side of their relationship, the marriage side of the relationship, they can be like, no, we are stuck in our own mindset, that despite the fact that we could have explored that side, seeing that maybe past is not the same, maybe things would not repeat, maybe we can be good for each other. But this card shows that they will end up projecting their not so good past on each other, which will kind of make things bad for them, and it might end up leading to a breakup wherein they both go away from each other's life. I'm so sorry for this, but that's what I see. Thanks for watching.